Hey, what's up guys? I just want to make a quick comment before I start this video. I recorded this review over a month ago before this microphone was released, and then I decided to just wait to post it until the microphone did get released. So the microphone is actually available to the public right now. I'll go ahead and put the Amazon link down in the description of this video. And it looks like right now it's actually going for $70, not $80 like I say later on in the video. Just wanted to give you guys that heads up really quick. And also I will have timestamps in case you want to skip around to different parts of the video. I'll go ahead and put timestamps down in the comments and the description as well. And I hope the video helps you out. Hey, what's up YouTube? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. My name is Tobias and welcome to Microphone Mondays, where I post new microphone reviews every Monday. And today what I have for you guys is a review of this microphone by MAONO. The model is the AU-HD300T. It is a USB and XLR microphone, which is a really unique type of microphone. You can plug either an XLR cable or a USB cable into this microphone. And right now we are in March of 2021. And as of right now, this microphone has not been released to the public yet. You cannot find it online yet. MAONO actually sent me this microphone for free so that I could test it out. They expect to be releasing this microphone in April, so it should be coming out pretty soon. So if you're watching this video after March of 2021, there's a good chance that this microphone is already available, and they expect that it will sell for $79.99 on Amazon. And when this microphone is released, I will put the Amazon link to this microphone down in the description of this video in case you want to check it out for yourself. So as usual guys, let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing of this microphone. Then we'll test it out and then I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a quick look at everything we got inside the box. Over here on the right, we have the user manual. Right below that, we have a contact card. To the left of that, we have the actual microphone itself. Right here, we have the USB cable. Right above that, we have the XLR cable. Right here, we have a shock mount for the microphone. And if you look here, we have these rubber bands in between which you will stick the microphone through. And this is very similar to the types of shock mounts we got with some of the Tonor brand microphones, like the Tonor TC30 or the Tonor TC777. And then over here, this rod right here should hold the pop filter in place. This is a double screen pop filter. And right up here, this looks like the base for the desk stand. And this should screw into that. And then, of course, the shock mount will be attached to the top of this, and the microphone will go into the shock mount. Now, if we take a closer look at the microphone itself, we got some decent weight with this microphone. It's somewhat heavy. It does seem to be made out of metal. And if we take a look at this side of the microphone, there is an on and off switch. This plus and minus should be for the volume, but I'm unclear. I took a look at the instruction manual, but I'm still unclear whether this will affect your input volume or if this is the volume control for the zero latency monitoring. This microphone does have a headphone jack on it, which offers zero latency monitoring. So if we take a closer look at that, you'll see right there we have the headphone jack. To the left of that, we have the port for the USB cable. And then right below that, you can plug in the XLR cable. So this is really cool because this microphone should have a built-in sound card, just like any other USB microphone. But if you want, you can also plug it into an audio interface using an XLR cable, which is super cool. If you do choose to go the XLR route and plug it into an audio interface, I just want to mention really quick that this is a dynamic microphone, so it should not require phantom power. And you should also be able to use this microphone for live performances. So let's go ahead and set this microphone up and we'll try it out. Alright guys, so we assembled the little microphone stand, and I should probably demonstrate real quick. You could also adjust the height And now we'll go ahead and test out the audio. Up until this point, you've been hearing the microphone that I have on top of my camera. It's the Comica CVM30. It's a shotgun type microphone. I'm going to first try out this microphone via the USB cable, and then I'll try it out with the XLR cable. So let's go ahead and switch over to this microphone on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the audio that you are now hearing is coming from the MAONO AU-HD300T. I have it plugged directly into my computer with the USB cable, and I am recording to Logic Pro X. I have my headphones plugged directly into the microphone for that zero latency monitoring. When you have your headphones plugged into the microphone, you can also hear what's going on the computer. So if I were to go ahead and turn my metronome on, I could hear that in my headphones. And I just gotta say, right off the bat, it sounds like we're not getting a lot of the lower frequencies, but I think that might be because I'm plugged directly into the microphone. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to plug myself into my interface, and then we'll do some software monitoring, and I'll see if it sounds any different. Alright guys, now I have my headphones plugged into my interface, and now I'm definitely hearing more of those lower frequencies. And I gotta say that the audio quality is really quite good. Another thing that I noticed when I had my headphones plugged into the microphone itself is that I heard a bit more of the noise floor. But now that I'm monitoring the audio through my interface, I'm not hearing so much of that noise floor. But there is still a slight noise floor, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with the quality of the audio. I think it sounds really clear. One complaint that I do have off the bat is that when I was setting up the little pop filter thing, it was really difficult to get it to sit on there right, and it's still not like 100% secure, like it kind of has some play. But as for the audio quality, I really think it's pretty good. So if this microphone does go for around $80, I would say that's a pretty good value. I'll just do a quick demonstration of this for you guys because a lot of people ask me about this. I'll tap on my keyboard. I have my keyboard behind my microphone. That's what it sounds like when I'm tapping on my keyboard and talking. Let's go ahead and switch over from using the USB cable. We'll switch over to the XLR cable running through my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Let's do that right now. Okay guys, now I have the AU-HD300T plugged into my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. And I wasn't really expecting, if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't really expecting there to be a big difference in the quality of the audio from the USB cable to the XLR cable, but I gotta say that there actually is a pretty significant difference. First off, I just want to say that the noise floor is much lower when you're using the XLR cable, and I'm honestly not sure why that made such a big difference. And I just gotta commend MAONO really quick on adding a good quality XLR cable. I feel like this cable is pretty good. Like if you've had experience with low quality cables, I feel like this one is actually pretty good. And let me just give you guys another demonstration of me tapping on my keyboard behind the microphone. That's how that sounds. This is how it sounds while I'm talking. And by the way, even though I said it sounds a lot better with the XLR cable, I don't mean that it sounded bad with the USB cable by any means. I thought that sounded good as well. I just think it sounds better with the XLR cable. And at this point, I might as well just move into my review portion of this video. So first of all, do I think it's worth $80? Yes, I do think that this microphone is easily worth $80. I love the versatility you have. You're able to use it with an interface. You're able to use it with a USB cable and plug it directly into your computer. One thing that I say pretty often about USB microphones is that USB microphones are great, but if you want to get further into recording, I kind of feel like USB microphones are kind of a dead-end investment, because once you move on to getting, like an audio interface, and say you want to use multiple microphones at the same time, you wouldn't be able to use a USB microphone in that kind of situation. Whereas this microphone, if you start off with this microphone, you're just using it as a USB microphone. Later down the road, like a year or two, maybe more years down the road, you want to get into like an audio interface, you want to get some XLR microphones, you want to record multiple things at the same time, you're still able to use this microphone in that type of situation because you can plug it into your interface. So I think that's great. I think the quality of this microphone is really good. And just really quick, I forgot to do this earlier, but I'll go ahead and add in a picture of the frequency response of this microphone. They have it inside here. I'll go ahead and add that on the screen right now. Let me just demonstrate really quick for you guys what it sounds like when I tap on the desk. So we do get some of that audio, but it's really not that bad. I feel like the rubber bands in the shock mount, I feel like they probably are absorbing some of that noise. They're definitely absorbing some of that noise because this is what it sounds like when I tap on the microphone. The stand, the bass, and the desk. And I don't know if you guys have seen my review of the Samson Q2U. This microphone reminds me a lot of the Samson Q2U. I'll do another video where I compare these two microphones to each other, but right now I want to focus just on this microphone. And I believe the Samson Q2U goes for around the same price as this one. So I want to say this is probably a direct competitor. And so far, guys, I'm very impressed by this. One thing I do want to mention, that I kind of wish would be different. If you remember earlier, I showed the plus and minus buttons on the side of this microphone. I thought they were either going to adjust the volume of your direct monitoring or they were going to adjust your input gain. It turns out what they do is when you're using the USB feature, they actually control the volume on your computer. So if you're recording and you have your headphones plugged into your computer, you can adjust this and the volume will change in your headphones. I guess that's kind of useful, but I think it would be better if these buttons adjusted your input gain. I think that would be more useful. But in the end, guys, I do think this is a good microphone. I do think that it's worth the price. You guys are hearing the same audio that I'm hearing, so I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. And just to address one question that I get pretty often, is a lot of people comment on some of my condenser microphone reviews and they ask if the microphone will pick up a lot of background noise, like people talking in the next room or dogs barking outside, stuff like that. And in my opinion, if you're worried about those types of background noises, I think that you're actually better going with a dynamic microphone like this than a condenser microphone. Dynamic microphones are much less sensitive than condenser microphones. So if you're trying to avoid things like background noises, you're probably better off with a dynamic microphone. And once again, guys, once this microphone is available to the public, I will go ahead and put the Amazon link for this microphone down in the description of this video in case you want to check that out yourself. And if you did like this video, or if this video helped you out, I would really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. That would help me out so much. And if you would like to see more videos by me in the future, make sure to go down there and hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notifications button. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mondays are always microphone videos. Wednesdays are reviews on any product or videos on any topic, and Fridays are Fish Fridays, where I upload aquarium, pond videos, fish videos, stuff of that nature. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and put my handle down here. It's at YT_Tobias, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Peace!